Hey, what's happening, y'all? NaptownBorn. I know it's going to be like late as fuck, but I wanted to recap on the three fights I've really caught up on so far. I did end up watching the Mayweather Cotto fight and was pleasantly surprised. Now, I am on record and continue to be on record as a admitted Floyd hater. I don't really like him. I don't really want to see him fight unless it's against Pacquiao, and the same goes for Pacquiao. But I got a whole another vid about that motherfucker coming up. Get past that for now. But this fight, if you really think about it, it's not a fight you really want to pay for, and I wouldn't have paid for it. Fuck that. There's not a whole lot of great matchmaking going on right now in boxing in general. And it's not just Pacquiao and Floyd. So I think that's like grown to be some huge myth that even I participated in that these are the only two guys that won't fight each other, or anyway. Moving on with Cotto, if he's not fighting Pacquiao, who's he gonna fight? I mean, honestly, if Mayweather's not fighting Pacquiao, who's he gonna fight? And jumping up to 154 and fighting Cotto was...
Now, what the fuck was I saying before I was so rudely interrupted? Anyway, yeah, if Mayweather's not fighting Pacquiao, jumping up to 154, fighting Miguel Cotto, there's not going to be a lot of reward in that fight for Floyd. There just isn't. He's going to be the favorite going into that fight, and he was. And the likelihood of Cotto pulling off an upset was, dismal. But Cotto, whether anybody wants to say otherwise, to me, is a world-class fighter. He's fought everybody. He's one of those, real warrior-type boxers. So Mayweather fighting him was a risk that Mayweather honestly didn't have to take. Now, getting to the fight itself was pretty exciting. It's been a long, long time since I've been able to say that I enjoyed watching a Mayweather fight because it was exciting. This fight was pretty exciting. And then it wasn't just because of Cotto, although Cotto really surprised a lot of people with how well he did, even though he lost. And to me, he lost, clearly. I mean, come on. This wasn't a close fight to me. Okay. Anyway, he was able to make it exciting, but what he did was brought that beast out in Floyd that everybody knows is there, but you rarely get to see that from Mayweather. So the fight was exciting, but I had it 9 rounds to 3. Now, I guess I could see 8 rounds to 4, but I can't see anything better than that. I think the 12th round itself really, put the Cotto's stamina wasn't going to be able to keep up with Mayweather. And in the 12th round, Mayweather it looked like he was hitting Cotto with the big shots at will. And I'm not sure. Maybe he could have knocked Cotto out. Maybe not. Maybe Cotto was too tough for that at that point. But the difference in skill and stamina showed up in the 12th round. And it was the best round for Floyd in that fight, I do believe. Much like, was it the 8th round was probably Cotto's best round. But Cotto's stock really rose for that fight. And Mayweather's, maybe it didn't drop, but it certainly didn't go any higher than it already is. I mean, but how much higher can he go? I mean, the only real fight out there for him is Pacquiao. Or Martinez, but I don't really like the Martinez idea. To me, it seems like, with Martinez being so much, I don't know. I just don't like that idea. It seems like 147 is where Mayweather should be, and 147 is where Pac's comfortable, so they should do that, and both of them shouldn't be trying to go up. Anyway, so like I said, I had it 9 rounds to 3. I still don't think it was pay-per-view worthy, but you know, I can see how some people might think it was. It was a good fight, but a one-sided fight. So that's for that. The other fight I caught up on was Dawson Hopkins 2. What can I say? I was happiest about that fight. Mostly because of what happened in the first fight and the arguments I got into. To be honest, I was just happy to see Dawson beat Hopkins, and there's no doubt that he did beat Hopkins. It wasn't pretty, but he got it done. So, yeah, that Hopkins is getting older, but the people that Hopkins has beat, you know, and the way he's beat him and how he's fought recently, it's a good notch on Chad Dawson's belt. It is. As far as him fighting Andre Ward, and Ward saying, didn't he say that they could do that? I think they should meet in the middle. I don't think Dawson should try and go down to 168. I know before all the Pascal drama and shit with Chad Dawson, he was campaigning there at 168 and 175, right? I do believe that's what he was doing. So him calling out Ward like that doesn't really surprise me. It would probably be a good fight. There's only, according to BoxRec, there's only a 1-inch difference between them in height, but Dawson has a significant reach advantage, something like 5 inches, something like that, on Ward. And I think the style matchup would work. I think it would be a good fight. I don't necessarily think it would be knockdown, drag-out type exciting fight, but it would be a good technical fight, and not really sure who I'd pick right about now. Still, I want to see these bigger cats, these 175 guys, go at each other a little bit more. I need to watch how Salat got beat. That really surprised me that he got TKO'd. So I'm going to have to see how that happened. But as far, Cloud's still there. I think Dawson can go that route as well. So he's got options. With Ward, I'd like to see him fight Butte first, and then maybe Dawson goes fights Cloud, beats him. Ward goes and fights Butte, beats him, and then they can beat. I would probably prefer it that way. But hey, it's whatever. I'll take a Ward-Dawson fight. That'd be great. At least they'd be fighting each other, which is something we, as boxing fans, want to see anyway. So that'd be good. What was the last fight? Oh, Malignaggi versus Senchenko. I don't know shit about Senchenko, but like I always say about Paulie, man, I don't think I've ever seen him in a boring fight. It's awesome to watch Paulie fight, and if he gets champion status again, so be it. Right on for him. It's always good to watch Paulie fight, whether he wins or loses. He's a tough cat who's exciting. I mean, he boxed his ass off and got a fucking TKO. I'm not able. It seemed kind of quick stoppage to me, but the other guy did look hurt. So I don't know, but it was awesome. So those are the fights I've caught up on so far. I know I'm going to catch up on more, but one fight I'm just not. I still don't have any interest in Alvarez versus Mosley. I don't need to see Mosley getting pummeled by Alvarez because Mosley has no fucking defense or feet left. and about Paulie, but going back to Paulie, a guy like Paulie Malignaggi will get a lot more respect from me than this Alvarez guy who's had all these fights, but he's not really fighting the big dogs, man. And as a champion, I don't care. At this point, I don't care if he's ready or not. He's a champion. It's time to sink or swim. Fuck this. I don't like this. I don't like this, how they're matching him up. I don't like it at all. So, I don't have a high opinion of Alvarez right now. I really don't. I'm still trying to get back in the swing of things, and I should probably just get down to predictions. But I have other videos coming up. Deuces.